Come on, orientation lines. Oh. Testing. Just get my gloves on. Oh. Oh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, fellas and felleritas, children of all ages. Hey, my name is Smiling Sam Alvey, a longtime UFC veteran. I had 25 fights with the organization. I'm the current Karate Combat Heavyweight Champion. I'm hoping to fight again in December. I fought in July and just dominated the guy. If you get a chance, watch the video. It was a fun fight. Yeah, Mr. Powell here, he brought me down to show you a little what's what. So we're gonna work for an hour and a half-ish. We'll take some Q&A at the end. And then if anyone wants to spar me, I'm yours. Y'all can beat me up. It can be all of you against me if you want. Be a lot of fun. So first things first, if you have MMA gloves, it would make life easier. If you don't, it is not a big deal. And if all you have is boxing gloves, Muay Thai gloves, I'm fine with those too. So you don't need them, but if you have them, fantastic. And I would like us to get warmed up. So if you partner up, I would like you to just start pummeling. Every now and then, I'm gonna yell fight for control, at which point you're gonna try and get double underhooks. Sound good? All right, and then ready. That wasn't bad, it'll get better.
You want some time on the clock or just let him go?
I'm just gonna let him go, yeah. As long as it's, can you just make it run?
Push down, push down.
What? I just want it to run. Right.
So in 3 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Let's make it longer, just so it's not beeping at me all the time.
5?
Perfect. Yeah, awesome.
It's gonna have like a 1 minute rest.
That's fine. Just so I can keep an eye on how long they're doing everything. Fight for it! All right, and pummeling. Nice and light, going back and forth, just loosening up. Fight for it. All right, back to casual pummeling. Your shorts are fantastic. Those are Ed Hardy?
Takedown shot.
I think, okay, that's cool. And fight for it. Time, grab a new partner, same idea. We're gonna be real friendly today. All right, you can go for it, pummeling. Pummeling, yeah. Fight for it. Pummeling.
It's like a headbutt.
She's not sorry. She was saying she's going to do it before class.
toughening him up.
Look at you. Like,
Fight for it. And pummeling. Fight for it. Ten seconds, get it. Oh, he's got it, he's got it. All right, grab a new partner one last time. And pummeling. Fight for it. Pummeling. Fight for it. And pummeling. Let's pummel a little faster. Boom, 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 boom. We got one. This is our last set.
I'm supposed to make that sound too.
What's that? Oh, it's science. If you say boom when you're hitting someone, you hit them harder.
We're like in a jiu-jitsu combo. You go, poo. Get to mount.
Fight for it. 15 seconds. Get those double unders. And time. Relax. Catch your breath. Woo! That's way better than jogging. You guys are probably way warmer too. All right. Something I probably should have said. There's a lot here, which is awesome. Just don't hurt each other. Don't trip over each other. If you feel like you need more room, feel free to move over to the unpadded spot. But it looks like there's enough room. So today, I want to go over clenching. We're going to do both underhooks, over-unders, but then the Muay Thai clinch as well. We'll start with the basics of how to get in, how to break it, and then how to pull away. Sound good? Any questions so far? Fantastic. Would you be my assistant, young man? Young man. How old are you? 53. Yeah, he's young man. So, what you're always looking for are double underhooks. You always want to be able to break his posture. If I'm locking in on him, I get my double unders, or turn this way, I can lock. It makes it hard for him to do anything. So we have to break it. Let's say we screwed up, they got it. The way I like to break it is I'm going to reach over his arms, lock my arms together, I'm going to pinch my elbows, and then I'm going to poof my butt out just a little bit, and it breaks that grip. So if he's locked in, and it's pinch my arms together, locking those hands. Now I pinch my elbows together. Boom, poof that butt out. Once he's out, once I break that grip, I like pummeling in. I'm coming in, I'm not going here, I'm going immediately across for an arm drag. Turn this way. So I get that arm drag. As I'm driving under, my hand that was the overhook slides to the wrist, push the wrist down, pulling him through. So one more time. He has the double unders. I'm locking my hands, I'm pinching my elbows, I'm poofing my butt out. I'm digging in and immediately, turn this way for me, Immediately going across. As I'm going across, same time, my hand that was around the tricep here, sliding down to the wrist, pushing it down, grabbing the tricep, pulling everything through, locking up on his back. Makes sense, easy enough? All right, it'll get more difficult, I promise. Let's partner up. We'll just go back and forth with it. Ready!
Do you fish for that? So when you go here, and then you go here, you break it, and then you pummel, and then you say you go here.
Yep,
right?
I go right there.
When you go here, is that when you?
Yep.
Or is it like kind of you go here?
At the same time, I'm gonna be switching.
So you're gonna be switching.
Yep.
Here.
And pulling through, grabbing the back. Ideally, you end up with my arm locked in there. If you, yes.
Okay,
So as you pull me across, boom. Now lock your hands. Now you've got.
Okay.
Ideally, that's the way it happens. It won't always happen. Sometimes I'll get my arm up.
Same time.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, don't worry about the timer. It's just a clock. Good. Don't step so far away from her, though. So when you went in there, you broke it, you stepped way out here and then grabbed it. I want you to stay as close to her as possible. So as soon as I break that grip, I'm not going to slide away. I'm going to stay as close as I can. You've got those long arms, you can get that grip from the overhook. Beautiful. Right. So that hand that's on the wrist, just push your hand down. Yep, it just, all I need to do is get it away from my hip. She'll be here. As soon as it's here, now I can pull it.
Okay.
So I don't need to guide it. I just need to get it pushed down and then I pull across. Yeah, with the other hand. Good. Nope. Let go with the left hand. Let go. Pull. Nope. Pull her across. You want to spin her like you're dancing.
Okay.
I always say like you're starting a lawnmower. I'm pulling her across.
Okay.
I want to grab her back. You look like you've wrestled before.
I did not.
No? You've got that wrestler look. All right.
He's just full.
Beautiful, that was money. Now, you're over the shoulder. If you can, if you get it closer down, it'll be harder for him. Beautiful, love it. Money. Could you do that again? I think it was right. I missed something. Yeah, beautiful. The more you pull him, the easier it'll be. You circled quite a bit. You'll circle a little bit, but pull him like you're starting a lawnmower.
Pull rather than like.
Yeah. Because if you try and circle, he can circle with you. If you pull him, he can't circle back into you.
That's it. Negative.
Sure. Slow it down. Something was missing in there.
Good.
Lock those hands, good. Now we're gonna pick our side. You got your, no. Go back in, just the double underhooks, don't be locked. Good, so you've broken his grip. This hand goes to the inside. Nope, you're over. Slide in, grab this tricep. Nope, under. There. This hand goes to his wrist. Push it down, pull. Good. And I want you to pull him. So you got there, and then you circled. I'm going to pull your arm. I want to pull him. Like I'm starting a lawnmower. You forgot your underhook. Got to get so you're trying to do it from the overhook. It is possible to do, just hard. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but it was better. Sliding in, you're on the bicep, under the arm. Yeah, under that arm. There, you pull, good. There, at the end it was right. Good, let's see you do it, my friend. No, you can go either way. But when you go, I'm not over the arm, under the arm. No, 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 no. Look where your left hand. Don't, nobody move, nobody move. All right, go again. When I say stop, you all freeze. Stop. All right. See how this is over the arm? Go under. Grab that tricep. Squeeze it hard. Yep. Just push that down. Pull hard. Rip him through. Rip him that way. There you go. Take his back. As I rip, I let go. And I take the back. The hand that was on the wrist, I let go of. Nice. High time. Beautiful. So me, I've always been in the mindset that you're training to beat wrestlers because wrestlers are just kind of a cheat code. It's stupid and it's hard to break their grip. So something I developed, he gets in there, he's squeezing, I just can't break it, I can't get, what I do is I take my thumbs, as I'm pinching down, I put my thumbs in his rib and I just, swear to God, I've done it in fights. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Come on in. See if you can't catch his giggling. He's in nice. He's just got too good of a grip. My thumbs up and down. Then I can stick with him. It works. I swear to you, it does. You just gotta trust that it does. I do to everyone. And it's hilarious every time. All right. Now let's go on to Muay Thai clinch a little bit. So we went from the double unders. Don't get double underhook because it's a big advantage for me. I can kind of move around you as I want. I can lift you a little easier. I've even gotten I don't have an inside trip, but like he looks like he has an inside trip. He might not, but he's got that look to him. I'll bet you you've got a good inside trip. I'll bet you do. So from the double unders, be aware of that. Now the Muay Thai clinch. As we're squared up, most of you, I'll do it both ways, but most of you are probably orthodox. What I want you to do is we're just gonna get the clinch at first. Hands are up, I'm never reaching out, it is always straight through. My hands from my face to behind his head. We're in there, boom. I'm locking everything up. Now the important thing of this is when I'm grabbing this clinch, I am not on the neck. The neck is doing nothing, the neck is just, yes, he will power out of it every time. I'm big and bad and awesome and he'll look up like it's nothing. I'm more or less tying myself up by grabbing his neck. I grab the top of his head. I'm in here. Now he can posture up all he wants, and with no effort at all, I'm holding him down. His head is now mine. So all I want us to do, and we'll do it for a short time because it's not all that long, in our stance, and if you're southpaw, it works the exact same. In our stance, shooting the hands, boom. I'm pushing into him a little bit. I want my forearms on his collarbone. If it comes up, he's gonna take my back. See, man, he's ahead of me, he knows what's going on. He's done this before. I'm in nice and tight. I also say I'm trying to choke him with my forearm, with my elbows. Get my elbows to touch. I'm just putting pressure. I won't choke him, but if I could, I will. On the head. Boom. And then we'll separate and then he can do it to me. Any questions? All right, ready! That was, someone over here was off rhythm. Good. Put your hands on top of each other. Yeah, it'd be a little bit, you'll have more control with it. So see how this is up here? He's gonna take that back. I want my forearms on your collarbones.
Gotcha.
You're up to it. There, right in here. Bring his head to your bosom. That looks pretty good. Now put your hands on top of each other.
Oh, like this?
Nope, like there, like that. Pinch your elbows together. Yeah, good. There you go. Good. Chin down as you do it, just in case he swings up or jacks his head up. Beautiful. Love it. So you're getting in there, and you're kind of, there's space. I want to be in. I want my forearms on his collarbone. That's what's stopping him from shooting on me. That's what's stopping him from taking my back. Good. When you're done, hand on top of each other. You want to be like a bad astronaut, no space. Oh, I love the movement too. She's even getting ahead. She's jerking around.
Get ahead of myself.
Bring him down, bring him down.
He can beat me up.
There you go.
Do you think you would like? Is this feasible in a fight to just go both hands at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Or would you go like grab, and then
I'm going 2 hands at once.
2 hands at once?
Yeah, it's not that 1 hand at a time won't work. It's just he's going to react to 1 hand before you can react to 2.
You'd rather.
I'm going 2, yeah. Now, when I'm going to do it, we're going to be trading or something, or his back's going to be up the cage.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to we're not going to be circling. Let me reach for it. Because I'm going to take, we're going to be getting there.
Oh, okay. Because I thought when you were guarding up, like if you guard up, it's really hard for me to go like both hands in. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are ever just staring at each other like this, you're not going to get it.
You're not gonna get it.
But you're going to be moving and grooving.
Okay. And then you go in.
And it's coming in. Love it. Hey, time, you guys have mastered this. Fantastic. All right, now we're going to move them. I'm going to give you 2 options. Come on, is your neck okay? All right. We've got 2 options. First option, I'm in here, my back leg, so I'm still in my fighter stance. And I was talking over here, and it's like, when you're in a fight, you're never going to be just circling up and then grab a clinch. It's going to be, you're going to be trading or whatever, boom, and then I'm going to get it. But I'm going as straight as I can. That's not. Now, I get the clinch. What to do from it? There's always the elbows. We'll get to those in a second. But first, I want the trips, the pulling him down. I'm in tight. My back leg, I'm going to step forwards. Then my front leg is going to step in a semicircle around while bringing him down. Stepping up, circling down. I'm just trying to get him to move, trying to make his level change. I'm not using my arms to do it. I'm connecting him to my body. That's what my arms are doing. My arms are never going to move from here. I'm just going to move my feet, and he's going to go with me because he's connected to me because of my arms. Oh, I'm in nice and tight. My back foot steps up and around. My front foot, semicircle around. I'm changing levels, and I'm bringing him down. If I can get him to fall, fantastic. If he doesn't fall, he's in a bad spot, and I can do what I want to him. This one is probably not going to fall. The next one we do is going to be more likely they fall. Any questions? Can I explain it again for anyone? All right. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll do the next one next. Ray! That was much better, guys. I'm starting to get that.
Well, great, man. Feel free to take a water whenever.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. That's delicious. The F3 is great. Never had one before. Yeah. Love it. That's money. Going the wrong way with it. Step with that back foot. We're gonna do it that way next, so it's not wrong, it's just not what we're doing right now. No, closer. So what you did that time is you switched and then you stepped. I'm in my stance, just step.
Oh, step into it as
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna step and then my lead foot's gonna change. I love it.
Strike differential. He's gonna try to get tall. Yeah, that's gonna give you
Nice.
a little bit better.
Oh, it's money. Are you southpaw?
Yeah.
I hate southpaw. I'm a southpaw too, I can tell you that. Do it, you're stepping with that lead leg, just do it the other way. So what I mean is, you did it stepping here. I want you to step with that back foot.
Okay.
I showed it, I'm a southpaw too. I showed it orthodox, so you're in the same direction as me, but step with that back foot. We'll do the front foot next, but for now, the back foot.
Cool. Thank you.
Beautiful, love it. Too much space, that was good. Your arms were loosening up on that was money. Don't let your arms extend, keep it tight. Yeah, everything, I'm just connect. Beautiful, much better. How you doing? Hey, good to see you. Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's good to see you. Love it. Don't worry about the timer. I want her tighter sooner. Bring her head, I want her chest resting on your, or her head resting on your chest. Yeah. No, you're good, you're good. Love it. Yeah, love it. You're posturing up a little bit, bring him down. As I spin, I don't want to go up because that just opens up more space. I'm keeping everything, as I'm stepping around, my weight's going down. Okay. I want him, anytime you can make him look at the ground, that's good for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Just another minute.
Do you sometimes put your hand on your arm and this, like this, shoulder, bicep, while you step turn?
If I'm on that head, I'm keeping that head.
Okay.
Yeah. My goal, he's going to be fighting the clinch. If his hands stay down, I elbow him. And we'll go over that in a minute. But if you're being clinched, your instinct is to block the knees. Don't block the knees.
Yeah.
So there's really no, if I'm holding this, there's no reason to hold this. He's going to have his hands up trying to do whatever he's doing, boom, and then I'm moving him. Yeah. Hey, time! The one we just did, it's a fun one to be a bully with because the harder I go, sometimes I can get their feet to leave the ground if I'm just yeeting them as hard as I can. Here, I want to demonstrate. If you can do it real hard, you get their feet to leave the ground. Now this next one is probably more likely to be used in jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, but jiu-jitsu will find it more, there's a sweep involved. My assistant. Oh, I gotta remember, I'm a southpaw. I'm a southpaw, but I try and do everything orthodox because most everyone's orthodox. There's always one southpaw to throw everything off. You think he's down there? So I'm back orthodox to orthodox. As I'm stepping forward with my lead foot, I'm twisting him again, but I'm gonna swipe that ankle with my rear foot. So the last one, I stepped and twisted. This one, or I stepped with my rear foot and twisted. This one I'm stepping with my lead foot and sweeping. From the stance, as I'm stepping forwards, I'm just a little one, opening the space, I'm pulling him sideways, and then what is my rear foot is going to catch his foot. That's what I'm shooting for. So without anyone, I'm in that stance, I'm stepping forward with that lead foot, just a little step, just open it. Now I'm using, like I said, he's connected to me. I'm not being big and strong, I'm not using my arms to move him. He's connected to me. So as I move him, I'm sweeping with that foot. I'm catching his lead foot. If you're a closed stance, it's, like I said, southpaws ruin everything. It all works, it's just backwards. I'm in that stance, taking that little step. As I'm pivoting, he's connected to me. I'm not jerking his head around. As I twist, I'm tripping that foot. I'm not letting him step with me. Does that make sense to everyone? Not necessarily will they fall, but they will all get knocked off balance. More times than not, I'll hit it, and they'll just kind of end up back that way, where I have their back, where I can counter up however I want. If they fall, awesome. More times than not, they just end up off balance where I can grab their back. Now, there's a lot of you. Be aware of where you're tripping each other into. Just make sure you don't bump into each other all too much. Any questions? All right. Ready! Which one of you was that? Good. Attack the ankle. So you hit a little high, hit lower. All I want is while he's stepping, you not to let him step. Okay. He's got to step to keep up with you. You're just kicking that foot out front. Hit a little bit lower, you'll have higher seat. So if you hit on that calf, it's easy for him to step through it. You're just tapping that ankle. Yep. Yeah. Beautiful. It was a little early, but it worked. So if you try, you want to try and catch him as he's stepping. You make him step and then you kick. You kind of kicked and made him step, but it worked and it was fine. Yeah, it's kind of, I always say a bad punch that lands is a great punch. A bad trip that works is a great trip. And it's not that it was bad, it just wasn't perfect. Love it. If you hit closer to his heel, he'll fall more easily.
Okay.
You're hitting calf, hit closer to that heel and it's easy. If he fell, so it's fine, but it's easier on your foot. Beautiful. Yeah, now punch her.
Really follow it down.
People's elbow. Ah!
Right down.
I'm not sure. I think attack him a little bit. I think you tripped him. I think you went in there and you like planted your foot and made him trip over it.
Yeah.
As you twist, I'm just kicking a little bit. Yeah, it's quick. I just want to, as he's stepping, I want you to kick a step away.
So are we tripping the near leg or far leg?
All right, are you both orthodox? All right, I'm going to trip that leg. So we're in a stance, I'm stepping forwards. As I pivot, boom, I'm hitting that.
So the far leg.
I guess I don't know which one you're saying is the, which one's your near leg?
This one.
I say that's the near leg, but I'm stepping that way, so I'm stepping, I'm attacking this one. So I don't know which one you consider that. Boom. Yeah. Nope, wrong way. Step forwards with your left leg.
So forward?
Yep, now twist him to me. Good. Then don't kick him until he starts stepping. Once you get the timing, like knowing it is great, but once you feel the timing, it works really well. Orthodox southpaw? Oh, okay. I think you were standing southpaw, which is why it was straight again. Yeah, that was beautiful. That was good in your end. Step first. It worked like that. That's what you. Yeah, get that little step forward first. Yeah, it'll be easier to twist him. He's being a good partner, so he's moving. But you'll get a little more. Just that little bit of step opens up a lot of space for him to move. You look like you've wrestled too. No?
Like 1 year in 3rd grade, does that really count?
State champion 3rd grade. Well, you have that wrestler look to you. Step first. Who's orthodox? Who's southpaw? I think you were. You're both. I think you were standing southpaw. Yeah. Good. Step that way a little bit. Good. As you go step, now twist. You're on his neck. I want you on his head. There you go. Good. Now you'll step twist. Beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. Yeah.
It feels weird. I'm southpaw as well. I'm trying to work with all these orthodox fellas.
Yeah, I know it. And it's our fault. We're the odd ones out. But,
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Can you help me with this?
I sure can.
I'm not finding the right type of movement to create.
All right. So, one thing, you've got him really going down. Like if I get my opponent bent that far over, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So don't bend so far over. Make his forehead rest on your boobs. Right in there. Good. There's a little bit. Now hands on top of each other. Good. Now I'm gonna step forward with my left foot. Now you're gonna twist and swipe that foot as you twist.
Which foot is he swiping?
He's gonna swipe your left foot. I need him to move before. All right. So what I think's happening right now, let go of each other. You're holding him, and you're being too light of a training partner. You're bent over like this, too much space. What'll usually happen, go ahead and clinch me, is I'll immediately come in like this. Now go for it. Yes. That's what we're looking. I think that's what it's. He's trying to be too good of a training partner.
I think that's okay. Try that.
You hit the wrong leg that time. You're southpaw, yeah. You hit the far leg, I guess. You're stepping that way, so hit this leg. Wrong leg. Yeah. Slow it. You guys are doing everything all at once. So like you're getting in and you're moving. Slow it down. Get one thing. Boom. Step. Look for that sweep.
The back one?
Yeah, that one. I think. Are you both orthodox?
Orthodox. I'm southpaw.
Yeah, rotten southpaws. They ruin everything. Go southpaw for me. Here, I'll grab you. All right, he's southpaw. I'm here. I just have to take a bigger step now because it's a closed stance. I have to attack his back leg. I'm gonna get deeper. Then I'm attacking. Or I have to go the other way and do the same thing. I'm a southpaw too, so I can hate on us. Move him first. You're trying to move yourself as you're moving him. Move him and catch him in the middle of it. There, that's money. Once you start doing everything all at once, nothing works.
So go here, step, move.
Yes. Yeah. Love it. That was beautiful. This will be a real good one. Just you're so tall, you'll be able to do it wrong, but still be able to get it because you'll be so much taller than everyone else. And that wasn't wrong. That was perfect. but it'll be a good move for you because you can throw it always. Yeah, now hit her.
Follow him down.
Beautiful. And that's, more times than not, that's what's going to happen. You can push him, shove off, and attack then. Yeah. Oh, you're the Muay Thai coach. Sorry, you don't have the hat, yeah. Money. Oh, knee bar. Beautiful. Yeah.
It's like my favorite spin drill. So like when I actually did one, I was like, yes. But I don't think it's like a great environment.
It worked, but you're doing all the moving. I want you to move him. So you took like 3 steps and then attacked. When I get a hold of it, boom, 1 step and I'm attacking. I need to move him more than I need to move myself.
What are you doing if you see a square stance against this? Almost like a wrestler.
I can still jerk him around pretty easily. Yeah, if you're square on me, I can hug it down, boom, I can move. Maybe I'll do it in just 2. Oh yeah, I'll get a little deeper on it. I can adjust your step. If you're really trying to square, I can just push back. Now you're not. I can come forwards, and now you're not. I can adjust where you're at. Yeah. Just another minute. Good, but are one of you a southpaw? Huh? Both of you are orthodox, right?
Yeah.
Why do you keep going southpaw?
Throws him off.
Makes your sweep harder. Hey, time! Yeah, flying knee. All right. Last one, defensively, offensively. I'm going to snap him down a little bit this time. So this is the most grappling we're going to do. I might have said that preemptively. We're going to grapple a little bit. Same idea. I'm going to add a cow catcher. Boom, we're in here. Everything's clenched. If I'm pivoting, doing whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to snap him down. And I'm going to boom, I'm pushing his head down. If I can get him to look at the ground, that's good for me. If he makes me look at the ground, that's bad for me. Don't ever look at the ground. If you're looking at the ground, you're going to end up on the ground. That's like 100% of the time. So I'm trying to get him to look at the ground. I think he's nice and tight. He's trying to posture up. I don't want it to have snapping down. I'm taking a step backwards. I'm my weight. Like I said, it's not my arms doing it. He's connected to me. I'm using my weight to make him look down. I take that step back, making my weight do it. Once I'm there, I'm passing it under. I'm guillotining, but I'm not going to go for the choke because guillotines are stupid. I'm in here. I'm grabbing this chin. I'm holding that chin. I have my deep underhook here. Now the cow catcher is my foot that's under his head is going to keep circling around. My underhook is going to go high. Boom, and I'm going all the way to the ground. Just keep running with it. There's theoretically a choke from here, but more than likely, we'll pop his head out and I can get on top and then start doing what I want to him. So without anyone, I'm in there. I take that half a step, I'm snapping him down. I'm snapping his head under my armpit. Snap down, I am grabbing his chin. I have an underhook now. My leg that is under his face or closest to his face is gonna step around. I'm gonna lower my guillotine and raise my underhook. It's called a cow catcher. I'm from Wisconsin, this is what we do all the time. This is what we do for fun. And I'm just following him down. If he doesn't fall at first, take a second step. You can go in a circle with him. He will fall eventually because I'm making him look at the ground. He will end up on the ground. Any questions? All right, ready? Oh, you were so close to perfect. Which one you? Yeah. I did it by 10 finger choke.
On the belly.
Yeah.
Are you going like a chin strap or like
Yes.
a full-on guillotine?
I'm grabbing that chin.
You go with the chin strap.
Yeah. I don't like guillotines. I just don't. Guys that are good at them are good at them. I can defend them most of the time.
Guillotines are stupid.
They're stupid. Don't ever put yourself under somebody. Yes, that's the important thing. Don't ever look down. And make your opponent look down. Grab his chin. Yeah, literally holding it. Good. Good, except don't go to your knee. Yeah, try not to. As soon as you go to your knee, there's weight on you. I want all your weight on him. Yeah. It was, I'm just being nitpicky, but that was perfect outside of, yeah.
Okay. How's it going?
Hello. So we meet again.
So we meet again.
When I go for the snap down, I'm fishing for that underhook at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
No, you're golden. You're golden. Thank you. Yeah.
I don't like all this.
Good. Grab his chin. Good. I literally hold that chin. Now I'm going to go down with this, up with this, step my right leg in a circle going backwards. Yep. Keep stepping, keep stepping, keep stepping. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Grab his chin. So as a hey, make sure you grab that chin. I see a lot of y'all going for like a prayer choke kind of thing. Grab that chin. Literally grab hold of it. All right, keep going. I just like 4 or 5 in a row. I've seen it.
This back foot comes back.
Yeah, just take a little. Yep.
At the
Now,
same time this one.
yep. And I grab that chin, grab that underhook. Now my right leg circles going backwards as I lower my weight. Try not to go to your knee.
Try not to go to my knee.
Yeah. And then the next thing, you ended up straight-legged. He's going to regard. He's going to shrimp in and get a.
My fault.
There, he's going to do that.
So we're not too sure.
Keep your feet away from him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Underhook, good. Try not to go to your knee. It's hard. Try not to.
Why would I not?
What's that?
Why would I not?
As soon as you're on your knee, there's weight on you. I want your weight on him.
Oh, I see.
There's a time where your knee might hit, but for as long as I can, I want all my weight on him. Yeah, it worked. So, you got to snap him down. You're tall, so maybe you'll be, oh, he's taller than you, so you won't get it on him. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now, right leg steps in a circle towards me. Good. Keep stepping. Keep stepping. Now, you're, yeah, it worked. You got there. Good. Now punch her in the face. Hit her. Ah.
Ground and pound it to oblivion.
Beautiful. I thought you were going to kip up right then. That's money. I thought you were going to kip up. You were always going to do it. Good. Try not to go to your hip so early. It was almost 1,000, but it was like 99%. Go to your hip. Don't touch your hip, and you're 100%. Yeah. Oh, I like that knee on belly too. It's money. Love it.
Yeah. Quick question. We're talking about like just the best way to get my arms around him after I snap him. But so when I'm here, if I like get him here, I felt like I was taking too much time to get this. Should I be like getting my arms further out?
No, that looked perfect.
Did it really?
If it looked like it, if it felt like it too much time, do it faster.
Do it faster.
But
Okay,
yeah,
but
the form
is
looked
right.
good. Yeah.
Speed it up. Thanks.
Yeah. Now you have an overhook. I want an underhook. There you go. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful.
So neither knee is going down, right?
It might eventually, but take it as long as you can to do it. As soon as my knee's on the ground, I'm taking weight off him.
Gotcha.
That's really, it might hit the ground eventually, but it's I kind of decide when I want it to hit the ground. I'm not doing it with the intent of going to my knee.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure. Just another minute, then we're gonna add some chokes. Then we're gonna break the clinch. Guillotines are stupid. Van Flume, Van Flume. Lock your hands on his spine. Lock your hands on his spine. Not you. Lock your hands, good. Now put your shoulder in his neck. Oh, now it's hard. You can still do it, but it's hard. All right, get back up, you two. Get back up, get back up. So, if somebody's ever cross-body, don't guillotine.
I've never grappled before in
Okay,
my life.
okay.
He did wrestling.
For like a year.
State champion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll never check. I'll tell everyone.
I wrestled for like a year and then I switched to Muay Thai. And
Okay. All right. That's why your sweep's so good.
Yeah.
We got a good coach over there.
Oh no, I don't go here.
Oh, okay. Well, if you did, you'd have an even better coach.
He goes here, but I'm his brother, so he.
Oh, okay. Your hair's so similar.
He gets it with me.
Is he older or younger? Yeah. Okay. Hey, time! All right, I'm going to show you two chokes because y'all wanted the choke from here. I don't like guillotines because most of the time guillotine is I'm putting myself on bottom. If I'm on bottom, that means I have to finish him or he's on top. So I don't want to be on bottom. So I'm going to do two guillotines where I'm going to remain standing. First one is the prayer choke. John Jones did it to Machida. And this one, you're like built for this one. He is. The longer your arms are, the better this one is. Same idea, everything's happening. Snap down, I'm going in. But instead of grabbing that, you turn this way for me. My hand is going all the way through and up. From here, it's a prayer choke. Sorry. I'm gonna push my hands together like that. I'm praying with it. I go through and I'm pushing up. And it gets really tight really fast. It is very hard to break. There's the Mackenzie team. You'd know it if you heard it.
Mackenzie Dern?
No. There's a guillotine where you lock your hands and throw I've just never been able to.
Marcelo.
Marcellitine, that's what it is. It's something with them. There's the Marcellitine, but it's never worked for me, even though it's an incredible choke. So one more time, prayer choke. I'm snapping them down. I'm getting my hand as far through as I can. From here, I'm praying. Now this gets real tight, real fast for all you guys. I'm pushing it up, and they go out quick. The other one is the one this next one you will never go out to, but it hurts so much. So I'm going to show you guys, and you guys are going to love it. It's actually the one submission. I have 80 fights and 3 submissions. This is my one submission I got against the black belt in the UFC. Pardon my language, but the name this choke was taught to me under is called the asshole choke. And he said, yeah, the reason is because you're trying to get your whatever as close to his face as you can. I'm back to grabbing the chin. I'm going to grab that chin, but now instead of getting my underhook, I'm getting the back of his head on my sternum right here. And now I'm going to lock my hands like this, like a little bit of it's not quite a gable grip. Elbows in, hips go in. It attacks the throat really badly. Same thing, boom, snapping it down, grabbing that chin. Now, see how his head is under my armpit? I want it in the center of my chest here. I'm locking my hands, and then my butt gets as close to his face as I can get it. Boom. And it hurts immediately. It's really a bad choke. I love this choke. Here, come here. I'm going to choke you with it once. Here. The prayer choke doesn't hurt that much, but you go out quick, so tap early. This one hurts a ton. You won't be able to tap fast enough. Same idea, snapping everything out. I'm grabbing his chin. See, it's under my armpit. With my elbow, I move it to the center of my belly, the center of my sternum, locking my hands. I'm going to roll my thumb up, pinch my elbows, and my butt gets as close to his face as I can get it. And it hurts terribly, doesn't it? I make a little blade with my thumb as well. I get that thumb right on there. Everything's nice and tight. I have the blade there, rolling it up, and then bringing my hips in. His head is stuck there. The only way you get out of this one is throw yourself to the ground. I might be able to finish it on the ground still, but worry about that when you get there. For now, don't go to the ground. Are there any questions on those two? Question?
Do you think this one's like ideal if you have them against the fence?
It works really well against the fence because they can't throw themselves to the ground anymore. Yeah. So in the UFC, I fought Eric Spicely, and I submitted him with this, and he's the black belt. Like, we've rolled since then, and we both know it was a fluke that I got him with it, but I got him with it when it mattered. And it hurts just so bad. But I got his butt. He was trying to climb the cage. He was just stuck. And it was like, he was tap or die. And he chose tap. Any questions about anything?
What happens if you don't tap to that one?
It hurts. You'll tap. Yeah. You'll never go out, but if you go far enough, I'm sure it breaks something. I don't know. It does say, you'll be talking like you're a smoker. But you'll tap, it hurts. If it doesn't hurt, they're doing it wrong. So if it doesn't hurt, come get me and I'll show you how to do it. Any other questions?
Can you go to the hands real quick again?
Sure. Here, let me take the glove off so you can see the hand a little bit more. So I'm grabbing that chin. I make that blade with my thumb. I want to rest that thumb on right there. I'm locking my hands. I'm grabbing the bottom part of my hand, and I'm rolling it up. Boom. My bottom hand is bringing it up. My top hand, which is touching the throat, is rotating in. Elbows stay tight because I don't want his head to shake free. I had it on Marcin Prachnio too, and he just, it's a great knockout. But prior to the knockout, he's shaking everything trying to get me off. It was fantastic. He popped out and then I dropped him. But locked in, making that blade with that thumb, rest right there, grabbing the bottom, pinching at his elbows, rolling up, bringing it up. Hips come in. So, and I've learned since it was taught to me, it's called the 10-finger choke. I just prefer my name for it. Any questions? All right. Ready! That was a good clap, guys. That was on point.
Eric Spicy whooped my ass at the PI. That one, I was like, oh my God, that guy's so good.
You might have been with me when I rolled with him the first time after I submitted him.
Was that at the PI?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with that trip. Yeah, I remember he got me, and I was like, dumbfounded.
Yeah, I rolled with him. Yeah. We both know my submission was a fluke. I got it when it mattered. Nope. Oh, prayer choke, yes.
Out here and
Then pray. Yep.
That's the one against the cage when Machida just.
Yep, that's when Machida went out.
Yeah, that was fun.
But you go out quick with this
That
one.
was fun to watch. Yeah. And then this one is from chin strap. You go down here, lock it in.
Yep.
Have my thumb down here.
Bring your asshole to him.
There.
Yeah, did it hurt? Yeah. All right, then you did it right.
Okay.
There, yeah. You'll go out eventually.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not getting out of that one.
Yeah.
Both you guys will be good at this one, the prayer choke anyways.
I'm such a bitch.
This choke hurts so bad. Love it. You go out quick with this one. You're bridging too much. You shouldn't have to bridge that much. Get it through, push it up. There it is. Yeah. Now pray. Push your hands together. Try and push this hand to me. There.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. In a bad way.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, nope, pray. Wait, which one are you doing? Second one, grab his chin. That's his ear. There you go. Grab the bottom of your own hand. Make him bend over. There you go. Are you doing the second one?
The
Prayer choke or the?
I'm doing the twist one.
Okay. I need his head, back of his head right here. The back of his head was right there.
Okay.
I need center mass.
Yes, sir.
You're built like guillotines don't work on you very well. That one worked out. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Good. And the more tall you stand, the easier it'll be for you to push.
Okay, outstanding. Thank you.
Sam, what was the grip again on your hands when
It's
you're doing
here, right?
that?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Just like that. Push those
Pulling
elbows.
pulling this,
Yep.
and
Pulling
puffing
up.
this,
Yep.
or puffing your pelvis, I guess.
Yeah. Bring your asshole as close to his face as you can.
Okay.
Boom.
You go again.
Grab his chin. Grab his chin. There we go. Lock your hands. Bring your boom. No good?
I mean, it didn't hurt as much as you said it would.
Okay, here, let me do it to you.
I'm sure it'll hurt when you do it to me.
Go. I'm in tight, and everything's down. Maybe his head was a little too high for you. I'm locking this in, grabbing that chin.
Yeah, that one feels better.
All right. I need his head in this. There we go. Now, cup through his face. Yep, good. It looked like it hurt.
After like 3 seconds.
Don't, you're dipping as well. Stand tall and bring your hips in. So you were going in there and you were going down as you were bringing the hips in. Just hips in.
Oh, okay. Does that feel good? Yeah.
First one.
Yeah, the prayer choke, yes.
Can't do it right, apparently. So we're here.
Yep. Now I want this hand to come, you gotta get way deeper.
Way deeper.
That's where I want it.
That's why it wasn't working. Okay. I was still on here. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Woo! That was in, that was in. Ooh, that's a good one. That's money for you. That was right in there.
Yeah. So me.
Money. Yeah, he's just going to sleep or tapping. There's no option.
Eventually go out on this, I feel like, because by the time he gets it, it's already so tight.
Yeah. And you gotta, like, as soon as he can clear your shoulder, it's like it's over. It's like you're not getting your head back. If you're gonna defend, it's gotta be before he gets his hand up past the shoulder. Remember, I don't push it up. Yeah, so you're in there. What you're doing is you're doing like you're just bridging with it. I want you going deep. I don't need to bridge. I just pray. I don't need to do that to it. Yep, push that hand to me. Awesome.
Yeah, it works.
You go out quick with this one. And it's so hard to defend.
Does this look good for the 10 finger, whatever you want to call it? Just go, like, is this the right number?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yep. Hip, cup into him. Pinch the elbows. Did he tap?
Tap.
If it didn't hurt. So I make sure it's the back of his head that's on you, not the top of his head.
Right here.
Yep. Now hip in. More. Don't keep going. No?
I didn't feel your thumb like on my trachea.
Well, let me get you one.
Let's go.
So I've got it. I'm grabbing that chin even right here. Before I'm winging him in, I have everything's in. Now I'm locking my hands, and I just hip.
Now I'm just pulling my neck in half almost. Like, that's what you thought was going to happen.
Trying to do this with it, but my thumb is in it. Yeah, yeah. The way he gets out of it is he gets his head away, and he gets trapped there. Hey, time! Let's do one more thing. Oh. All right, now my favorite thing in the world is breaking clinches. We did a lot of how to do the clinch. We did the one at the very beginning, how to break the double underhook. But if we're getting clinched up top, one thing you never, ever, 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 ever do not block his knees with your hands. As soon as you block his knees with your hands, come on in, boom, oh, I got him, and he knows knees are coming. As soon as he's blocking, I'm just gonna elbow you until you're done. It's just immediate. Your hand should never go under the arms, because if they ever do, like even if you're trying to punch his body, you're gonna get elbowed in the face. Now amateurs, can amateurs elbow in the face in Kentucky? Y'all can knee to the head though. You had one rule here that nobody else does. So, yeah, so you can't elbow, so just don't get used to the bad habit. Bad habit is you're blocking the knees with the hands. Don't do that. What you want to do is everything I'm blocking up. One option that has been taught to me, but I don't like it, but it will work, is if he clinches me, boom, is I'm immediately putting my hand up in the face, shoving him back. I don't like it, because to get there, I have to put my hand under his elbow. If I'm faster than him, it works. If I'm not faster, I get elbowed in the face. So I'm not a fan of that one, but it does work if you're fast enough. What I do like is I'm gonna reach over his shoulder, and depending on how long your arms are, how big your opponent is, I'm either gonna grab his neck, which is what Dan Henderson does. Me, I try and grab the shoulder. So if he clinches me, what I like to do is I'm gonna reach around. Now I'm gonna punch his elbow with my shoulder. And I've broken his clinch. And I'm in a lot of control right here. So I guess I said this the last thing, we're gonna do this and then one more thing. But one more time, he clinches, boom, as soon as he's clinching. Again, I never wanna look at the ground. If I look at the ground, I'm gonna lose. I never wanna block here because he will elbow me. Boom. I'm immediately coming over. If you have shorter arms, grab the neck, which is what Dan Henderson does. What I like to do is I grab the far shoulder, the lat almost, the delt at least. And then I punch my shoulder into his elbow. And now I've still got a good part of him. I can still tee off on him a little bit. Kind of his only option is to run that way, and if he does, I get his back. Does that make sense to everyone? When you do this one, we're gonna add a trip to it, but let's just get this motion first. He clinches, I'm reaching over. The important part is I wanna look up as soon as I can. I'm punching his elbow with my shoulder. Boom, that breaks the clinch. Any more quick? Perfect. Ready! We're in sync, guys. Yeah. No, this is Dan Henderson. Like, people just don't clinch him because he breaks it.
Yeah.
And it's,
when you said that, I'm like, I had seen Tanner Anderson literally.
yeah.
And then he does a little trip.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do next. Yeah. He'll do the trip. I use my knee, but his is probably better. I don't know, I'm an old dog. I'm not gonna learn something new now. But yeah, I let people clinch because I'll win. I'll beat them every time with it.
No, that's like, it reminds me kind of like what I do with a slide by.
Okay.
You know, like if someone, we're here, I just.
It's essentially the same thing. You're grabbing the neck and.
Or even like if a guy gets car outside, if I want to go inside.
Okay. Yeah, that's like, then you rock bottom him. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep, once you're there, then we can reset. But yeah, that's perfect. He's all tangled up. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, that's it. Yeah. Keep going. Do it again. You've got the advantage. Now he's off balance. The problem is the height difference. You're not attacking his elbow. You're attacking his shoulder. Do it twice. Do it 3 times. We're gonna add a trip to it in a second. And that'll be the finishing blow for it. Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure. Money. Love it. Oh. Beautiful. Love it. Money. So I want to grab hold of him. I'm going to pull him this way as I punch. I almost poked you in the eye. As I punch my shoulder forwards. So you go ahead and clinch me. Yeah. You kind of got there. Just punch the shoulder. I want to pull too. Grab again. I'm pulling him backwards as well. Beautiful. Yeah.
Am I going over the shoulder or like under the shoulder?
Over the shoulder. I want you, you're still real low, posture up sooner. Like the whole time I should be fighting his grip. Yeah, just to help everything. Again, if he's making you look at the ground, it's not gonna work. You gotta break it soon. Beautiful. Well, I'm here for you.
Yeah. I feel like if you go ahead, I feel like there's a sweet spot to try and get pressure into the shoulder. I'm going either too over and like I just hit a gap.
Bump him twice. He's got long arms, so it might make it harder for you to break the grip. Bump him twice. And we're going to add a sweep to it in a second
Am I
as
wrong
well.
to think I want to come into the shoulder like this almost? Like,
And then pull him backwards as well. So you can grab, like if you can get a hold of his lat, go for it. Just most people's arms aren't that deep. So if you grab the neck, like I said, Hendo grabs the neck. I usually settle for the delt. If he's in on me, boom. I'll grab as deep as I can. Now it's not just shoulder. I'm going to pull him back as well. I'm going to pull in punch. Oh. Love it. I sure can.
Get a clinch with it. I feel like my head's down and I can't generate power to get this out here.
Grab his neck. So you're not really grabbing anything right there. Grab his neck.
Here?
Yep, now pull his neck over. There, now look at that.
Oh, and then that's...
He's got nothing on you.
Oh, okay, and I felt like whenever I break this clinch, he immediately goes for a body lock here.
I think it's because you're, like we're drilling, break the clinch, and then stopping. He's just not stopping.
Okay. So in
I
reality,
think.
would they...
So in reality, if he's go ahead and grab me, boom, I'm breaking, I'm locking everything down. I've got control of him.
And then you're moving...
Yeah.
You're not...
And then we're gonna add a sweep to it here right now. All right, bring it back in. You guys nailed it. This is a trick. If you guys learn this trick, nobody will ever clinch again. It's a money shot. It's like judo changed its rules once wrestlers got involved. Like Muay Thai is gonna change rules once wrestlers get involved, just because this breaks the clinch. We're gonna add a trip to it now. So what I want with the trip is as I'm grabbing everything, now instead of just pulling and pushing, I'm gonna put my cup on his hip. And then I call it my Elvis knee. Thank you very much. I'm gonna Elvis knee the back of his knee, and I'm pulling him the whole time. So we're in nice and tight, boom. I'm getting behind him. My cup is on his knee. As I'm pulling, I'm Elvis kneeing him. Boom. That's what we're looking for. Ideally, he falls. They won't always necessarily fall. You'll bump him and they'll end up turning back and stumbling away, which is great for me too. So one more time, he's in there clinching. I'm stepping behind him, get that old Elvis knee going, boom, and I pull, boom. Then I can follow up, boom. I can attack whoever I want to attack. Does that make sense to everyone? Good. Again, there's a lot of you, don't trip into each other, and you're probably going to trip into each other. Just don't hurt each other. Any questions? Cup on his hip, and then get that knee going. Yep. Ready! Beautiful. Love it. Ideally, that's what happens. She did that on purpose. Cup on his hip, cup on his hip. And bring him backwards. Woo! That was beautiful. Sooner, but that was perfect.
Do you have to break it first, or?
Nope.
Oh, yeah,
I just have to get you crossed up. I can still have it. My elbows are here. I'm going to start working that trip.
I was trying to get his hand out.
You don't have to. Yeah, I know. Beautiful. Cup on his hip, cup on his hip. Get that Elvis knee going.
Just one more time on me real quick.
Oh, Mike Clinch and you?
Yeah.
All right.
No, sorry. Other way around. So you were going around,
yep,
am I going this way?
Yes.
Are you breaking the hand first? Or
I don't need to. Okay. If you're holding on tight, you just got those rubber arms. I can get it. I'm still going to bring him backwards. Yeah. If he holds on real tight, maybe I'll fall on him. But I'm falling on him. Love it. Yeah, it was great. Now that one, bring him backwards. Bring him to me. There we go. Good. Get that Elvis knee going. Literally, you're swinging that knee. You were planting it and trying to trip him over it. I just want to hit him, and I can step it away. So what I, like without any hands, I'm doing that to him. Okay. See, even that made beautiful. That was great. Reach around and pull him as well. But yeah. Oh, the old reach around. It was only a matter of time before the brothers started fighting. Oh shoot, I should have let them get a drink at some point.
Yeah.
I forget about that part. I've been drinking the whole time.
My coach used to just look at me with disgust and ask for it.
That was my wrestling coach too.
Give us like 20 seconds on
Oh, yeah.
the team at the drinking.
Yep.
1, 2.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
30 seconds. Yeah. Love it. Love it. And time. Get a drink, take your gear off, and let's chat. Ooh, good work today.
Do you know who Andre Topic is? Topic?
I don't.
Wow. Well, I did a seminar with him on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, he came to Dayton.
Okay. He's UFC as well?
One guy.
One, okay.
Yeah.
I would love to watch one, except they don't air until like 2 in the morning on Saturdays. Like, I'm too old to be up that late. Too old to get up that early. Or not old enough to be up that early. But you guys can circle up. We're done drilling for the day. Just chat. Good. You guys have a beautiful gym, by the way. This is fantastic. Your coach have taken care of you. This is awesome. We're trying right now down in Murfreesboro, just outside of Nashville. We're working on getting a space like this too. You can, as long as you have the guys, you can be in any location, but a nice gym helps. It makes you kind of walk in and say, yeah, this is wonderful. So good work today. Did I not cover anything that you would like an answer to? Not everyone at once. Yeah, I know, I can imagine. And I was saying, I forgot to give you guys water, which I do all the time, so my bad. Well, in that case, do you have any questions for me? As far as, like, I've got over 80 fights. I had 25 fights with the UFC. I'm the current karate combat champion. I've fought just about everywhere there is to fight. I've been in most situations with fighting. Can I answer anything for you? Yes, sir.
So, since you're a champion of your division, you're picking who you fight.
It's the reason I had my career ended the way it did with the UFC. Is I just said yes to everyone. I said, sure, whatever. Like, I remember I fought Brendan Allen, up a weight class on 3 days' notice after I was supposed to fight. It was just, I said yes. So as champion, I'm the same way, yes. I just made this last weekend there's a karate combat, and Marcus Perez won. It was a beautiful fight. It was awesome. Beat him, knocked him out in the third, or TKO'd him in the third. And then he got the microphone. He said, I want the belt, I want the belt. And I said, all right, I'll give you the belt, whatever, let's do it. And somebody else was yelling, I want the belt, I want the belt. I said, I'll take you too. So I called them both out. I said, I'll fight you both in the same night. I said, this December, make it happen. I think the fight's in Dubai. I said, I'll fight both of them at once. No, I'll fight them both at once. My last 3 fights as an amateur was a tournament, 3 fights in one night. Yeah, it's been forever ago that happened. But I'd be willing to do it again. I call him, and I swear to God, I will. I actually was on the phone. So I don't know if you know Karate Combat. They call the president, the Dana White. They call him Dana Brown in Karate Combat because President Awesome is what he goes by. And I was on the phone with him and said, listen, I'm serious. I will fight them both in the same night. You give me 20 minutes between fights. And he said, we would love to, and we love that you're willing to. But if you get hurt in that first fight, you kind of ruin the card. I said, I promise I won't get hurt. So I'm still fighting with him. I would love to do it because it hasn't been done. In this sport, most important thing is you have to win. If you don't win, nothing else matters. But a close second is you have to be remembered. Make a personality for yourself. And fighters are notoriously terrible at doing this. There are 2 fighters that really stood out with it. One is Chael Sonnen, and the other is Conor McGregor. Right now, everybody's trying to copy Conor because they're not quick enough to copy Chael. Like, Chael was so sharp. I like to think I'm sharp, but I'm not as sharp as Chael. Like, I can't keep up like him. So I've got my own thing going for me. But Conor, just be a jerk, but win. And people are being a jerk like him, like it's like Colby Covington, kind of adopted. It's what the list kind of goes on. They're all trying to be him. Who's the other guy that does that? Triple C. They're all tweaking Conor, but they're all trying to be Conor. Don't be Conor. Be yourself, but louder. So you've got to be memorable. Win first, be memorable second. And the 2 fights in one night would be memorable. That would be talked about by everyone. And I'm convinced I'd beat them both. I'm not joking. I will beat them both the same night. I'm not quite bold enough to say I'll fight them at the same time. Hey, for the right purse, whatever. I'll fight any 6 guys for the right, but that price would have to go up for that. So did that answer your question? All right. Hey, more questions. You want to know about anyone? Oh, right here.
Fighting in a pit, what's like, because that's kind of an interesting thing.
It was so fighting in the pit as opposed to fighting in the cage was a huge change for me. My entire career, I have fought with my. I'll rewind like 19 years. When I first started fighting, I did not train. I was probably 3-1 as a professional before I ever stepped foot into a gym. And when I stepped foot into a gym, I was the head coach. I made it up for the first 4 years. And I had a good time doing it, but that's the reason I have so many terrible habits that work for me is I just developed bad things and it works really well for me. Since that time, I moved out to California and worked with Dan Henderson and his team, and I've got good technique behind it. But a lot of my bad habits turned into really good habits because I'm the only one that did it. One of the things you can't teach yourself is jujitsu. So at the beginning, when I was training myself, figuring it out, I was like, well, I don't need to know jujitsu if I don't get taken down. I can avoid getting taken down if I keep my back foot against the cage. So I spent my whole career keeping my back. And you watch, like my 25 fights, like I am never in the center of that cage. I am foot on there, so you shoot, and I'm going to stop. And I have the 5th highest takedown defense rating in UFC history. Out of every weight class, nobody could take me down. I fought Rashad Evans, beat Rashad Evans. He shot on me for 15 minutes, never got me down. And I just learned how to do that. The pit, I forgot where we started the question from. The pit, I don't have the cage anymore. So now if I cannot have my back foot on that cage because any pressure and I'm on my back. So I've had to adapt, I've had to push forwards. Right. Karate combat it's UFC rules, except there's no jiu-jitsu. And wrestling, I can't just double leg, but I can throw, I can do whatever I want that way. So they've taken all the boring parts of fighting and they took them out. But that pit has made me have to go forwards. And so I'm a big fan of it because I can't. In the UFC, I've spent my whole second half of my career trying to get myself walking forwards, and I would practice it, I would drill it, I would do it, I'd get in the cage, and I'd go right back. And it was my downfall in the end, is everyone else figured out what I was doing. So, well, shoot, we'll just come at him real fast, and he can't back up for it. And that's where my downfall was. But in the pit, I have no choice. Like, there is no cage for me to hide on. I have to go forwards, and I've been having a good time with it. Yes, sir.
How do you get your mindset ready for the fight, like psychologically? Would you do anything different close to a fight or anything?
I'm terrible with this question. It's never been an issue for me. When I started fighting, I had 6 amateur fights, and it took like 4 months to get them. I just didn't care. I never watched the UFC. I didn't know anything about it. My first fight, I didn't know the rules. I went into it probably in the basketball shorts with pockets on it. Boom, I hit this boy and I smeared his nose from one side of the face, his face to the other. He fell over and I was like, yeah, I won. Well, MMA, you don't win. MMA, he gets to get back up and keep going. So finished the round after he got back up. I was like, oh, shoot, I should have hit him more. Round 2, he took me down and beat the brakes off me. So, okay, well, it's a learning experience. But because it was not my goal to be in the UFC, it was not my goal I was just, all right, I'll do this. As an amateur, I got to fight in Russia, which is a blast. I got back on a Sunday. On a Wednesday, I got a call, hey, you want to fight in a tournament this weekend? I said, yeah, okay. It's heavyweight. You good with that? I said, yeah, sure, whatever. So 3 days later, I did 3 fights in one night and won $1,000. I said, all right, you're a pro now. I said, all right. So, and then I was fighting for, like gas money for the first 12 fights or something. And it was like gas money and $200. So I was making rent with it. It was a different era. And I just fought a lot. That's why I have as many fights as I do. And the question was the nerves. It just, by the time I found out I could make a living doing it, I had already fought so many times, the nerves just were never there. Now I coach a lot. And a lot of people have those nerves. And the best advice I can give is compete in everything. Do as much, compete in wrestling, old man tournaments since you're not in high school, right? You're not in high school? All right, do old man tournaments, do jiu-jitsu tournaments, do chess tournaments. Anytime you can compete in front of people, that will help kill those nerves. You just get used to people watching you. That's really there'll always be that thought, it's like, oh, this is gonna hurt, and the more you do it, the less you'll care about that. You're like, I know how good I am, I've got a good coach, I've got a good gym, I'm not gonna get that hurt. But the other half of it is just having people watching you and thinking, oh, I'm going to screw up and people are going to be, I'm going to be embarrassed. Compete in everything before you get in that spot. Super Smash Bros. Tournaments. Anything where people can see you and make fun of you if you lose, do it as much as you can. More questions? Yes, sir.
So you mentioned bad habits. Is there any bad habits that you're still trying to break to this day?
No, I've just owned them all. Now I've recognized them, and now I try and I'll coach everything two ways. I'll coach it the way it should be done, and I'll coach it the way I do it. And then I said, listen, it works this way, but my lead hook, it's my ginger hook is what it's been named, because I've got close to 30 knockouts in my career, and it was like 90% of them was from that lead hook. And the way you're supposed to do is step out and hook. I do it with my back foot, which I'm still if they're coming at me, I'm not getting out of their way at all, but it works real well for me. It should be, take that step off, so if they're attacking, I'm now on the angle, and I've always done it with that back foot. So I'll teach it. It's all right, the way you should do it is this way. The way I do it is that way. And I've got a list of stuff that I've recognized as being wrong because people, I just learned something else. Sorry, it's exciting me in front of you guys. My last fight, so my title defense, I brought my belt too, by the way, if you want to see that. My last title defense, I've never bothered checking kicks for the most part. I get kicked a lot. I'm the guy that always said kicks don't hurt. And if you want to make an impression on the internet, say kicks don't hurt. And the internet hates that you say that. So I say it all the time. Yeah, kicks don't hurt. I typically don't check because I'm really not worried about it. Every now and then I will. Oh boy, he kicked me on this side, and I used my lead leg and I checked across. And it was fine. I didn't think anything of it. It's how I do it when I do it. It happened like 3 times. Rewatching the fight, Boss Rutan and Mike were saying, I wonder why he does that. And they had a conversation as to why I was checking the wrong way. I said, I didn't know it was the wrong way. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's slow. I'm off balance. So that's another thing that I just recently learned I do the wrong way that works well for me, and that is the way I'll teach it. I won't even bother teaching it the other way now. So that's kind of, I've got a list of stuff I know is wrong, but works for me. So I'll teach them how I do it, but I'll teach them the right way to do it as well. More questions? Yes, sir.
Was winning the belt recently your favorite highlight of your career, or was it something else?
Favorite highlight of the career. So my favorite highlight of the career, I was 11-1 going into the Karate Combat Tournament. And if I won this tournament, I got a big diamond ring and a $10,000 check. And I was fighting Gerald Mearshart. You guys know Gerald I fought him twice. I've beaten him up now for, say, 8 rounds. For about 45 minutes, I've beaten him up. This first fight, the tournament, he choked me out with a minute to go. I beat him up for 24 minutes. He got me with a minute to go. It's like, oh, man. And that was my last fight before I moved to California. And the plan was, I'll win this, I'll have money, I can move to California. I lost, so I made nothing. That was the deal. You win, you get 10 grand, you lose, you get nothing. And I lost, I got nothing. But I proposed to my wife in the cage right after that. Right after I lost, I go, whatever, her ring's better than yours, Gerald. So that's probably my favorite memory in all of MMA done. So, personal note, I met my wife at the Bristol Renaissance Fair, which is I was selling steak on steak. First thing I did was at the Renaissance Fair, you can buy roses from rose sellers and they'll deliver it to whoever you want to. We were introduced through her boss and a buddy of mine, and I was like, oh my God, this is prettier than I ever touched. So I bought her a rose. Immediately forgot her name. Like, jeez. So I sent it to Becky. Her name's Britt. And it turned into, now we just joke about it the whole time. That title fight, the rose seller, I got him to come. I said, bring me as many roses as you can. And so as my fight was going on, he gave these roses to all my family. I mean, I sold out the arena. They all had roses. So as I was, down on the knees saying, will you marry me? They were all throwing roses in. And it was pretty great. So anyways, that's my favorite memory.
So with so many fights on your record and even doing multiple in one night, what are you doing to stay healthy before and after fights?
I never stop training. I'm in the gym constantly. I have some advantages as I'm a big guy. So most of my rounds are against smaller guys. I don't get hit as much as most people do because of it. I lift, especially since leaving the UFC, I lift constantly now. I'm in the gym an hour and a half every morning before jiu-jitsu practice. And I love lifting. And just being bigger and stronger helps me not get hurt as much. I'm also very aware of my weaknesses. Like, so y'all know, if you touch my ankles, I'm gonna tap. It's like, I'm not dealing with ankle locks. And it'll be my downfall someday. If I leave karate combat, they're gonna touch my ankles and I'm gonna tap. It's like, whatever. I should learn them, but I'm not going to. It's one of my weaknesses. So I know my weaknesses, and I live by them. I trust what past Sam has learned. Right here.
Kind of on that same topic of how to stay healthy, like we have a lot of guys that got debuts coming up, you know, people like 8 to 10 weeks out for a fight. What do you recommend they're doing outside of the gym to get ready? Like, obviously the mat time's most important, but should it be like, you know, distance running, doing sprints, lifting weights, like what kind of lifting, stuff like that?
So in an 8-week camp, like I said, I like to lift. For the first 4 weeks of my camp, I'm gonna lift just as heavy. I'm gonna lift, I'm gonna work out. My last 4 weeks, I pull the weightlifting out almost completely and I just go to cardio. And I switch from I do Tabata rounds, which is if I have a 5 minute rounds, I'll do 5 rounds of every minute will be a different exercise. And I'll push my cardio that way. I'll have a minute down, then I'll do that for 5 rounds. It's miserable, I hate doing it. Karate combat's great because it's only 3 minute rounds, and after a career of 5 minute rounds, like 3 minute rounds is like, I do these all day. It's so nice. And it's funny, a lot of these karate guys get tired with 3 minute rounds because they're not used to the full contact like I am. So it's a beautiful little cheat code for me. So I recommend weightlifting. A lot of fighters don't like doing it. That says they hurt the joints. So listen to your body. If it hurts, don't do it. I also tell everyone the 3 things that'll ruin any career is women, work, and drugs. You can avoid women, you can avoid drugs. Work you got to do. You got to figure work out. And it is needed. You got to pay your coaches, you got to pay your gym dues, you got to get your protein shakes, and you got to eat well. But women are hard. They are. Drugs should be easy. I hope everyone I ever fight smokes. I hope they do. Because I know it will not help them. And it's something I've never done and never will. I don't even drink because I always have to work out tomorrow. Now I don't ever think about it. I know when you're, what's the line? Young, dumb, and full of, yeah. Forgot what the word was until I got there. You want to go out and enjoy your time as being a youthful, athletic, whomever you are. Just be aware, it makes your career harder. It makes everything harder. It makes waking up the next morning harder. It makes you say, I should work out. Nah, I'll do more tomorrow. It makes that a really easy decision. So stay away from those and pick your women wisely. Did that answer your question?
I saw you were sparring with Sean Strickland and you guys are friends.
Yeah, he and I are buddies.
Is there anybody like big name that you would want to spar and why?
Strickland's my best rounds to this day, and we beat each other up. He's broken my jaw before. We had to get wired shot. I've broken his knee before. And we're MMA karmically equal right now. Like we've hurt each other equal amounts. Like nobody owes anyone anything, so we can go as hard as we want right now. He's the guy that I can't spar with because I'm getting older and wiser and all that. I don't want to get hit as much as he wants to hit me. So I'll spar him and I'll give him everything I got, but I may not spar him 2 days in a row like I used to. But he's a good round. Chris Curtis, he's lived with me for 6 years. So he's a great round. And actually, Dan Henderson, I've trained with him forever. He's older now, so now it's like I want to train with him more because I'll win everything. Sorry, Dan. And that's that answer your question. And I'm willing to fight with anyone. Nagano. I wish we were better friends. I say we're good acquaintances. I met him when he fought in Colorado. I was fighting Nate Marquardt. That's actually a funny story. So Nagano, I always get to wherever I'm fighting. If we're allowed to get there on the Saturday before, I'm there wherever we are the Saturday before the fight. He was there too. He was in a hot tub or something and said, hey, can I come in with you? And he said, yeah. He didn't say yeah because he was just new to English. So it's very French, like oui, oui, or whatever it is. It was really funny. I got in there and we had a broken English conversation for 20 minutes. It was great. And then he said, all right, I have to, fare thee well or sacre bleu. And he stood up and it's I hadn't seen him. I only saw his head because we were in a hot tub. He stood up and he was way bigger than he is now. And it was like, well, holy God, you're huge. And he thought it was pretty funny. No, I know lift weight, no lift weight. I said, bullshit, you know lift weight. You lift all the weight. You lift every weight. Say, no. And so I like to say we're good acquaintances. When we see each other, we will make sure to say hi to each other. I was out in Extreme Couture, and he was, great as he can be. So I'm a big fan of his. I'd be willing to spar him. I'd be a little nervous sparring him because I hit hard, but that guy kills people. It's crazy. Right here. I'm never betting against Holloway ever again. I thought he should have lost most of his last fights, and he's not only won, he's dominated them all. He just blocks punches with his face and just doesn't slow him down. I keep figuring somebody's going to catch him. It's got to happen at some point. He's got to get knocked out. And he hasn't even been wobbled. It hasn't been close, so I'm never betting against Holloway again.
Do you have a favorite UFC fighter to watch?
Yeah, Sean Strickland is a buddy of mine, so it makes training and watching fights is so much more fun when you know the fighters. Like, it's fun when you know the moves, but if you have just a little bit of a connection to a fighter, it is so much more fun. So I have more fun watching Strickland than I do anyone else. And Curtis is another one. And then Marvin Vittori, I've sparred him a number of times, and he's a stud. So if I know him, I love watching him.
What would you say would be your favorite martial art, like boxing, jiu-jitsu?
My favorite martial art is I like boxing. It's like I said, I'm not a big kicker. I can kick. I can do the fancy stuff and just slow with them. Boxing, I hit real hard. And like I said, for the first 4 years, I taught myself. And the easiest thing I thought to teach myself was how to swing and do that. Then I actually learning boxing, and it's way more difficult than that, but it was simple at the beginning. But for martial arts, wrestling is by far, hands down, the most dominant of anything you should learn. Learn it while you're in school. Y'all look old, so I don't know how many of you are still in school, but you two look young. How old are you two? Yeah, wrestle. Wrestle as much as you can. It's just you'll never be able to do it like you can in school when you're an adult. Wrestling is hard. Like now, I just don't want to. It's like changing levels is screw that. Like, I'm 100% Greco now. Everything is standing up, and I'm just. What did you wrestle?
What weight?
What style?
Oh, freestyle.
Okay, yeah, way too much movement for me. Okay, yeah. Well, way too much movement for me.
We incorporate quite a bit of wrestling.
Oh, and it's great, yeah. Wrestle as much as you can because it's the one thing that it is the hardest thing to learn. Yes, sir?
Since you've competed in both, do you like UFC or karate combat?
I like watching Karate Combat more. I really do. I've been with them for a little more than a year. I started watching them about 17 months ago. Raymond Daniels is a buddy of mine, and he is the greatest striker on the planet Earth. He's just incredible. He's the one guy that made me want to be a wrestler. And so I saw him tweet, "Hey, Karate Combat tonight, I'm on." So I watched that first event, and I was just hooked. It is so much faster paced than everything else. And they took away most wrestling, and they took away all jiu-jitsu. And so it's all just the fancy, they're spinning and they're off the pit wall. And I much prefer watching Karate Combat, and the pit is just cool.
I saw you on fight in Nashville too.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Oh yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good night. It was the first time I'd fought at home like ever. I mean, it had been close to 18 years since I fought anywhere near my home. Yeah, it was a blast. But now the downfall of Karate Combat is they don't have the names you recognize. Like you said, it's more fun to watch fights when you know the guys. Karate Combat doesn't have the guys you know yet. We're working on it. Like I'm in there, so y'all love watching me. Better. They're starting to get some characters in there. And President Awesome, like he said, he preaches. He said, guys, make a name for yourself. Do anything that somebody else doesn't do. And you watch Karate Combat weigh-ins, they're all freaking they're all shoving each other and being yeah, it is so forgettable. Like you'll see that, oh wow, he shoved that guy, and then oh wow, he shoved that guy. Now it's just 6 different people shoved each other. You forget all of them. So apparently they shoved each other. So don't bother doing that. Do something that people remember. I fought in Mexico City against Alex Nicholson, and it was actually the week of the Mexican Day of the Dead, Del Muertes. Yeah, it's the one. It was that week. So me, my wife, and I had 3 kids at the time. We went downtown Mexico. Didn't speak a word of Mexican. Not a word. But we just had a blast. We found some Mexican gals that were painting faces like skeletons and stuff. So we had our kids all painted up, and it was great. And my wife and I had the idea, you know what? We can't talk to them, but if we can get their phone number, we can have somebody call them. So we did it. And we ended up getting this gal who we didn't know outside of, they painted my kids, to my hotel room the day of weigh-ins to paint my face like a skeleton. Then I weighed in, dressed like like in the full face mask in Mexico, and people remember that. That picture of me on the scale weighing in, like, whomever, people remember it. And it was fun. People liked the memory of me doing it. And that's the kind of thing. Come up with something unique that makes people want to watch you. They don't even have to remember your name. They can, hey, you're that guy that smiles, right? That's me. They remember me. Don't remember my name next time. Do what you can to make them want to root for you, because it's more fun to root for the guy you know. Any more questions? Yes. I'll do as many as y'all got.
Where do you fall on the argument of fighting at your walking weight versus doing a weight cut?
Oh, cut the weight. Cut the weight. People, yeah, I'll fight for free, but you're going to pay me to cut weight. Like, fighting is fun, cutting weight is not. So I cut the weight all day. I'm big into cut. Like, I fight at 205 and I walk around 240, 245, and then I'll make weight, and the time I'm fighting, I'm 235. Love it. I mean, hate it while I'm doing it, but I love it being bigger than the guy. No one's a fan of weight cutting, but I think it's a big part of the sport. It's what makes it professional. As an amateur, don't worry about it. You're not getting paid for it. So be comfortable, diet well. But as a pro, cut the weight. Being the bigger guy matters.
So you obviously had such an awesome and long career. Is there anything you'd recommend for first 5 years of fighting that you wish that you did?
The nutrition is a big part that I didn't know anything about until probably 6 years ago, or 7 years ago of my 19-year career. So George Lockhart, I bumped into him up in Canada when Rory McDonald was fighting Wonder Boy, and I was on I fought, who did I fight? The Canadian fella with the nice hair. He passed away fairly recently. Elias Theodorou, yes, Elias. I had terrible fight. It was like garbage, but don't ever watch that fight of mine. It's a terrible fight. He fought me, like he just kicked at me and just did enough, and but I met George Lockhart then, and we were talking about the weight cut, and he made me these post-workout shakes, and they just changed everything. Like, everyone's like, if afterwards I'm gonna eat fruit and I'm gonna drink water and do Pedialyte, you will get bubble guts. It'll mess with your stomach. You have to know how much sodium, potassium, glucosamine leaves your body the week of your fight. And then you got to put it back in order. If you don't, it messes with your guts, it messes with how you recover post-weigh-in. So that was a big part. And then the more I started studying and working with Lockhart, I became a nutritionist through him, and I just started learning everything I didn't know. So that is something I wish I would have known from the beginning: what to eat, when to eat, why to eat, how much to eat, all of that. And my life has gotten healthier and better because of it. Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? Anything I can answer? Yes, sir.
Who's got the better gloves, Karate Combat or UFC?
I am indifferent. Apparently, everyone hates the new UFC gloves, the colored ones. Everyone talks trash about them. I haven't used them. The old ones are fine. There's no reason to change them. Karate Combat, they're the same ounceage. They're just built different. They're just solid instead of fingers. They change nothing about the way I fight, about the way anything. I think they're just a different style, and they work the exact same. So no difference. The Onyx boxing gloves, Trevor Whitman's gloves, those are the best I've ever used. And they're more expensive, but they're worth it. They'll last you 3 times the amount of time as any other one.
What was your motivation to first start fighting?
Some guy said, "Hey, you want to fight?" And I said, "I sure do." I was a band nerd. I played trumpet for 20-something years. I was real good, and I was real good at the trumpet. Semi-professional, so I never got paid, but the band made money. Some guys said, "Hey, you want to fight?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And then 4 months later, I was a pro, and so I set the trumpet down and said, hey, I'm going to make $200 every other month fighting. I'm going to do that. And that was kind of the start of it. They started paying me. I said, I'll do more of it.
When did you start your fighting? Start training?
I think my first fight was in 2007. I started training middle of 2008. Something like that. I turned pro in there. Like I said, I didn't know anything about it. It was like Ninja Turtles and Jackie Chan were my inspiration behind how to do stuff. And I don't know. Apparently I hit hard. Thank God. Otherwise I could have gotten real hurt. But I've always had a natural power to me, which is now my entire style is based on being able to drop a guy with one shot. And when I fight Elias Theodoro, he just stayed away and kicked at me, I couldn't land that one shot. And I was like, well, I guess I need a second tool. Anything else for you guys? I was either 20 or 21. I remember, that's the one where I dropped the guy, smeared his face, didn't know the rules. He stood back up, beat me up round 2. I remember it was an outdoor event at a bar. And after the fight, somebody bought me a beer. And I took a sip and it like ruined me. I don't remember if that sip was legal or not. I was either 20 or 21. But I've never drank post-fight ever again. I don't drink anyways, but especially not post-fight. It was a beautiful sip. It was like one sip, and my head was spinning. And so then I drove home, and I went to bed for the next 12 hours. You know? All of that was true, I promise you. Anything else?
Is that your favorite punch?
The fusion punch? Only against the new guys. Yeah. I love messing. I'm a weight bully. I'm experienced. I'm gonna have so much fun sparring anyone that's smaller than me. I just mess with them as much as I can. You keep them coming. If you got them, I'm willing to answer. If not, we can break it down. All right, bring it in. Let's break it down.
Yeah, let's give Sam a big round of applause.
Hey. No, thank you guys.
Be on the lookout. Sam's starting like an online kind of training program.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have a free program later this month. It's going to be out and you all can follow, and I'll be giving video after video after video of stuff that works for me. We'll be primarily striking stuff because that's what I do. But we'll be adding, as we get bigger, the program gets better, I'll be adding more jiu-jitsu and wrestling to it too. All right, bring it in. Powell MMA on 3. 1, 2, 3. Powell MMA. Go work today, guys and gals. Oh, absolutely. No, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out. No, I'm glad you liked it. No, you're very welcome. Hey, no, thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming out. Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you. Hey, absolutely. No, thank you.
I forgot I got that for you. I've heard a couple people
I was gonna say, I've seen you do that more than once.
Oh, you're so welcome. No, I'm glad you liked it. No, thank you very much. I had a blast doing it.
Also was going to ask, you mentioned just the amount of fights you've had, saying like a longevity for that. As far as people that are a little older, still trying to get into it, fighting like in their 30s, what type of stuff would you recommend for that, getting like a later start?
Listen to your body. It's going to hurt, and hurt is good, injure is bad. So you be hurt, don't be injured. And you just got to kind of listen to everything.
Can I get a flick of you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
I trained with Chris Curtis
Oh,
and
yeah?
Sean Strickland out there at a Syndicate and 10th Planet.
Oh, cool,
That's
cool.
cool to let you know.
Absolutely. Hey.
I need to find my brother. I need to get a picture of him.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I want to spar with.
Oh, let's do it. Hey, nice to meet you. Let's do it.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. You're very welcome.
Those are awesome moves, by the way. I never even saw the power.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it.
May I?
Yes.
Only for next.
Come on down.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Here, we can do two if that's okay. I'm smiling.
Thank
like
you
I'm
so
in the
much.
photo.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Hey, it was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you. Good work. Oh, thank you so much. Good. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm Cole. Nice to meet you, man.
You said Coral?
Cole.
Cole, okay. Nice to meet you, Cole. Yeah, come on in, my man.
Normally I'm just gym mom. Today I'm unofficial photographer.
Yeah, come on down.
Thanks, man.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. I'm so happy you liked it. No, you're very welcome.
A lot of up and down for me. I'm old too, so like, I gotta take things nice and slow sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
sorry, not
We gotta start sparring again.
Yeah, no, that's what I told him. I'm like, these kids are all so young and quick. Like, if I spar with them, what happened was they got good.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Oh, it's crazy.
And so now, like, anytime I spar, like, I leave here and it hurts for like 3 or 4 days.
I've been blessed that I'm bigger than people. I can force them to slow down.
Jeez, I'm like, I mean, if I can get them to like stay technical, it's great. But a lot of
Yeah.
times,
No, I understand. Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you, Mr. Alvey.
Oh,
That
you're
was really
very
great.
welcome.
I
Oh.
only strike, so that was a lot on my neck. I'm
Oh.
not used to that. I'm like, ooh, gotta go ice.
Let's see. A lot of it can't be done in striking. Oh, the sweeps can be.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I was with our Muay Thai coach, and a lot
Yeah.
of that was pretty adjacent. He was like, okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. But I appreciate the fight advice, too. I have one in early December.
Oh,
so I'm gonna
really?
start
Good.
soon. And I've been kind of hiding from the weightlifting the last couple of years, so maybe I'll work that in until I'm 4 weeks out.
It's just a big advantage for me now. Like it really is. I enjoy doing it. I feel good as I get bigger, and then cutting down, it helps to cut too.
But then I guess I just wanted to ask you, like, because I haven't been lifting that regularly, if I'm 7 weeks out right now, if I lift for 3 weeks and stop, am I really going to
You're not
feel
gonna
that
get
at all? In,
no.
like, my,
You'll be
Am I
sore.
gonna gain anything when I go into fighting with just that, or should I just keep doing cardio what I'm doing?
Lift a little bit. Yeah, you'll see if you like it. Just go nice. You don't have to go heavy. Just lift what you can lift, and you go from there. I had 4 weeks out. I'd cut it out and just do real light stuff.
All right. Thank you.
Light
Appreciate
pads.
that
Oh, you're
advice.
very welcome.
Have a
Yeah,
good one.
have a great night.
We got a picture?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think of Alex Pereira?
I think he's the most overrated champion in the UFC.
Really?
I do, but I have been proven Alex Pereira, but I've been proven wrong every time. I am obviously wrong. I just.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, I obviously am wrong. Now this is the part that I'll get laughed out of any room. I think I beat him in a fight. I swear to God I do. In a straight kickboxing fight, I think I beat him. I have nothing to base it on other than I know his style and all.
Yeah, call him out.
Yeah.
Give him the karate combat.
Champion versus champion, baby. After I win my next one, maybe I will.
That'd be funny.
And it's one of those things, as soon as I call him out, I'm going to get roasted online. But stylistically, I like the matchup for me. It's a slow fight. He's not going to come right at me. He's a better striker than me, but he's used to clean striking. I'm an ugly striker. I'll find him.
That's fair.
In Muay Thai, I'm 7-1. I'm in a 7-fight win streak.
There you go.
And I've beaten world champions on no notice. Just they say, hey, you want to fight? And I said, yes.
Yeah. I'm liking my chances.
Yeah, and it's if I say it out loud, everyone's gonna make fun of me, but I truly do believe it.
Thank you. No.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I understand that. On any given night, anybody can beat anybody.
Yep. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. I like that fight for me.
And plus, at that level that you're at, it's less like who's better than who. It's more so who makes the first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Justin knocks out Dustin, Dustin knocks out Justin.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're so evenly matched.
Yep.
They're both phenomenal strikers.
Yeah, and there's no hate on either side when they win or when they lose. It's part of the sport.
Do you want to spar?
Yeah. Let me get geared up. Oh, here. Oh, good. It's still going. Oh.